Why is it that I'm not surprised that this just happened, huh? I literally do a little bit extra training to get to level 26, and it crits me with confusion again. Because it already critted me before, and I was like, okay, well we'll just heal that back up, and then it crits me again and it KOs me. Well, that's useful, is it not? We literally decide, oh, we'll go ahead and we'll train Chloe up, and she'll be useful, and she'll be amazing, and she'll do a great job, and then, yeah, she dies while training. It's not exactly like she's a bad Pokemon either. Like, it's not exactly like she was destined to just die because I decided, I wouldn't switch trainer. God. Seriously. Alright, Chloe, well, while you didn't last very long, you were gonna be a good member of the team, and so I am gonna miss you. But yeah, so thank you so much for everything, I guess. I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much for everything you did, Chloe. Right, okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave Chloe's spot empty for now, because, yeah. Now, unfortunately, I have noticed that, while doing my training, that the other Pokemon that is on this route is actually Jinx. What's kind of strange is the fact that I think that Smoochum is the Tentacruel and Jinx is the Tentacool, which is kind of weird, but, yeah, so I won't actually be getting an encounter on Route 41 yet. I found out that that I can actually fish for an encounter on Route 41 after I get Whirlpool, which is going to be a while, but we can get an encounter there. So I can't remember exactly when it is we get Whirlpool. I think it's after we beat the Mahogany Town gym, I think. So it's going to be a while, but we'll at least be able to get it, and then we'll be able to get an encounter there. So we'll just keep a mental note, and we'll be able to get something there. We will be able to get something in Cianwood, as usual. But anyway, so thank you so much for this. I was literally just recording this at the end of my last episode, and I'm also actually going to upload another episode today, record another one today. So you'll see a change in me as I switch to daytime and also change clothes. But I will be back. So yeah, I will see all of you guys very, very soon. God. And then we'll actually start the episode off, and we'll be back right where we started. Anyway, see you soon. Hey guys, Houndoons here, coming at you once again with more Randomised Crystal. On the last episode, we made our way through the lighthouse, and on this episode we're going to be heading south onto Route 40, I think. I think it's 40. We also managed to catch ourselves a Pokemon on Route 40, but as you've just seen from the training section, yeah, Chloe died. But regardless of that, we're going to keep the slot for her empty for right now, because I don't really see much point in continuing to just bring in random Pokemon into the team when they're not necessary. Either way, we're going to be heading south onto Route 40, and then we'll also be going through to Route 41. Now, as mentioned on the previous episode, we will not be able to get any Pokemon on Route 41 until we get Whirlpool, just because of the fact that the only Pokemon that are actually going to be available are going to be Smoochum and Jinx. I think. I'm not sure, but I think. So, if they are the only Pokemon that are available, obviously we'll soon find out. If we do manage to get something else, then cool, awesome. If we don't, and it is just Smoochum and Jinx, then I will not be able to catch anything. Because obviously we caught Smoochum in Raticate City, and Jinx is part of that same evolutionary line. So we will not be able to get anything on that route because of Dupes Clause. But, oh god, here we go. Regardless of that, we will... this thing isn't good. Let's go into Joe. Snorlax is never good to see, because this thing kind of just tanks any hit you want to throw at it, unless you've got a nice powerful fighting type move, which I do not. Regardless of that, Joe is our strongest bet here, so we'll go ahead and go for strength against this thing. Solid 2-hit KO. Not all bad. To be honest, if we found a Snorlax, I'd be very happy. Snorlax is so good. Like, it's not even funny just how good Snorlax is. So, I have something in my eye and it's really bugging me. That's what I'm messing with my eye for. Right, okay, so that swimmer's dealt with. Now there is a female swimmer around here somewhere. There you are. Hello. Are you going to Cianwood? How about a quick battle first? Sounds good to me. I'm down for it. Let's do it. See what you got. Okay, Elaine. You got a lantern. Uh-oh. Don't really ever like seeing these things. Really need a grass type, I have to say. I need something to beat water types still. I feel like that's basically the only thing I ever come to at this point. Something to beat water types. And I never have anything. Oh, really? I'm just gonna mess with this cam ever so slightly. Supersonic as well. Gotta love Lantern. I don't think it has Spark yet, so the best it will be doing will be Bubble, I think. Oh, Water Gun. Well, same difference. It's not gonna be doing too much there. I'll tell you something though, I would love a Lantern. Seriously. The only problem is that right now I think Joanne is probably who I'm going to be hanging on to the longest, I hope. Because she has only got 2 weaknesses, and those 2 weaknesses, I mean, she can pretty much take down any rock type she wants to, with the exception of Tyranitar, but I think pretty much she can deal with whatever she wants. But electric types. Electric types are the only no-no. Which is fine, because I wouldn't really want to go near an electric type with her anyway, because she can't really take them down sufficiently. Oh, speaking of rock types, we have a Rhydon, which will not be able to I don't think there's a single rock type that'll actually be able to outspeed me anyway. So, because most rock types are pretty slow, with the actual exception of Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl will probably be the only rock type that Joanne will want to run from. But even if I ran into one at this point, the Pokemon who can deal with it would obviously be... Oh, Magcargo, I like this. Would definitely be Orion. Orion can definitely deal with Aerodactyl, so no problems there. Either way, though, this Magcargo is going to go down nice and swiftly. No way is it living that serve, not for a single second. Right, awesome. So Paula's defeated. Oh, I'm feeling dizzy. Really? What exactly did you do? Oh, hello. Hello. Hey, you're young and fit. Don't ride your Pokemon. Swim! Well, what if I want to ride my Pokemon, huh? I like gliding along the water on my Mantine. Anyway, either way, Randall here has a Charmeleon, which is absolutely fine. Lots of fire and rock types. Joanne likes this. Joanne's a big fan. Big fan. Alright, awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that thing nice and quickly. I think basically the only Pokemon I really need, type I really need to be dealing with at the moment is water types. Which, to be honest, is leading me to think that maybe I would like to use, I can't remember what name I ended up giving my Sunflora, but Sunflora, actually. I think Sunflora would actually be very, very good right now. Just for the coverage that she would end up offering, because grass-type coverage would be amazing right about now. Just simply to be water types, because I got nothing. Orion's Dizzy Punch is doing a fair amount. Uh-oh, Charizard. I think you can deal with it, Orion. You have a Charmeleon and a Charizard. Huh. Alright, well, Dizzy Punch. I like the fact you're outspeeding that thing as well. Very nice. It's got a scratch. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, she had to crit that time. Of course. Oh dear. Either way, well done, Orion. Well done. Stacking up to be a nice Pokemon here. I love Orion. I plan to keep her. Big time. Because she is definitely putting in the work right now. Definitely putting in the work. I think we're still on Route 40 here, so it's going to be a Smoochum. I still think it's kind of strange the fact that I'm pretty sure that Smoochum is the Tentacruel around here, and Jinx is the Tentacle, which doesn't seem to make any sense at all. Obviously, it's a randomizer, so, you know, it's completely random. But it's weird how it happens that way. Either way, though. Oh, 6 Pokemon. George here has a Snubble. This thing's not going to be a problem. Alright, Joe. But I do need a 4th Pokemon to start taking some experience right now, because my 3 Pokemon are kind of getting over-leveled. I mean, over-leveling is not a bad thing in a Nuzlocke, but at the same time I don't want to go too crazy. Right, who toot? Although having said that, they're not going to be that over-leveled for the gym, because, I mean, Chuck is going to have a level 30 Pokemon, so it's not going to be too bad. Right, awesome. So what else have you got? Uh-oh, Steelix. Well, we need to switch for this thing, just because Joe cannot take that thing down. Alright, cool. So, Orion will get in here. I'm going to use Fire Punch, which should take that thing down with 1 shot. Don't think that thing's going to be living that. Very nice. Tons of experience. What have you got next? A Metapod. Well, Joe's going to be able to deal with that with no problems at all. Yeah, despite Joe's plainness, he is coming in very, very useful. Just his sheer power is like very, very good. I mean, I am seriously considering using Fury Cutter on him, because he really could do with a stab move. But even then, like, I don't know whether how much use it's actually going to end up being him having that, because he will only really be able to beat rock types with him, and he doesn't really want to stay in against rock types. Either way, this nubby Shuckle here is going to go ahead and die to the Surf, I hope. Okay, good. I don't like Shuckle very much. Well, I like it as a Pokemon, but just not as an annoyance. Uh-oh, T-Tar! I think Joanne is probably going to be our best bet here. Despite what I said earlier, I think she is going to be the best bet against this Tyranitar here. We see a Tyranitar before we even see any of the others. Okay, good. Alright, Tyranitar goes down. Gotta tell you something, if I found a Tyranitar, that'd be amazing. Oh dear. Right. Awesome. So, obviously, Route 41. Oh, a Charmeleon! That is our first encounter then. Very nice. Very nice. Well, we lost a fire type last time, so I guess this is good. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and switch into Ryan, because Orion can deal with this thing. Well, I mean, I've mentioned before how much I really hate Charizard, but may end up using this thing, really. The only problem with using Charizard is the fact that I don't think it gets Thunder Punch. It might, but I don't think it does. It's gonna, Charmeleon here is going to be able to get Fire Punch, which is good. That's a really iffy amount of damage right there. Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of. That crit right there. Okay, well, we'll try and put this thing to sleep, and then see if we can actually catch it like this. Probably maybe throw 2 balls, and then I'll go ahead and, if it still doesn't catch, which could be a possibility, because obviously this thing does have quite a low catch rate. Using a Great Ball here. Then I'll consider using that Ice Punch, but if I can try and avoid it, then that'd be good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Fine, fine. That makes my life a damn sight easier right there. Okay, so a male Charmeleon, which is probably going to evolve into Charizard then. So, what can we call this thing? What can we call this thing? Just trying to think of names we haven't already named. I should recreate a list of potential names. Okay, I'm going to call you, just because of how much I hate Charizard and how much I really hate this character in Family Guy, I'm going to call him Neil. Oh, he's in our party, let's have a look. have a look, see here. Well, you know. I guess it wouldn't be too long before it evolved into a Charizard. What is the other Pokemon on this route, though? A Quilava! Okay. That's fine. Obviously that thing would be Dupes Clause, so I'm at least happy we've managed to get something... That's kind of strange, though. A randomizer when we get 2 mid-evolution Fire-type starters. That's very interesting. Cool. Well, Joe's going to carry on here. I'm going to have a look at Charmeleon's Bulbapedia right now. Just see what TMs it can learn as a Charizard. Because I am very interested to know. Because it would be nice to actually get some good stuff. Oh god, Aerodactyl. This thing's a problem. Orion can deal with it though. It is basically Orion. Orion picks up the pieces, basically. Really, really does. Really, really does. Oh god, agility. Okay. Alright. Calm down. Alright. Ice Punch. It's got Bite. It's not exactly going to do anything against me. I'll accept that. Wing attack. That's going to hurt, but... Okay, not as bad as I thought, actually. Oh, for God's sake. Right, fine. Sorry, I'm kind of like multitasking right now. Trying to find out if we can get something here. Oh, Articuno. Okay, I'm gonna stay in here. Bro, this is our first opportunity of seeing Articuno here. We've seen Moltres once, I think. I don't think we've seen Zapdos yet, which is a good thing. Missed. Okay, well that's fine. What am I even looking for here? Charizard. Okay. Well, this thing's going to go down with no problems at all. This is annoying. Right, there we go. That's better. That's better. That's what I wanted. Okay, apologies. Tons of experience. And up to level 31. Very, very good. Charizard. Underscore. Bracket. Perfect. Your stats are good enough, really. They really are. Okay. Right. Moving on here. God, it takes so long to do anything on a freaking iPad sometimes when you're trying to multitask. Are they? I would assume those are the only 2 Pokemon that you can find here. Quilava. Well, I mean, it gets Flamethrower, which is obviously very, very good. Yeah, it doesn't get Thunder Punch. See, that's a problem, because I really would like to give it Thunder Punch. A Fire type with an Electric type move would be very, very beneficial. Which would have been very, very useful about Quilava. Which is why I'm very, very unhappy that we lost her so soon. Crucially, she could only learn Ember though. She couldn't learn Fire Punch, which is like crazy. Like, why can Typhlosion learn Fire Punch, but you can't? It's like, really? Are we serious? Okay. Well, I'll consider using thingy there, but I don't know. I don't know. The absolute perfect Pokemon to find would actually be Houndoom, to be honest, because Houndoom is actually going to be able to do pretty much everything I want it to do. Of course, I'm not exactly going to have the TM for Solar Beam right now, or the TM for Sunny Day, but when I do get them, they're going to be very, very useful. There you have a Hoot-Hoot. That's going to be a lot of power right there. That's going to be a lot of power. Alright. Goes down in one shot. Good, good. That's the only thing you had. I do have great endurance, thank you for noticing. Alright, moving on here. We'll fight this China, or not. Lots of Quilava on this route. It is kind of strange the fact that we're on a water route and there's 2 fire types. But hey, the weather is so beautiful you're in a daze. Well, I can't look above me, so I'll have to trust you on that, but yeah. Alright, Denise, what have you got? You've got a Tangler. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. A Tangler would be very useful, to be quite honest. Despite its terrible... That mattered, thank you, Joe. Despite its terrible special defense and speed, it is a very, very good Pokemon. To be honest, most grass types in this generation aren't particularly great. You basically have to rely on just grass type moves, and that's it. Of course, if you're lucky enough to get Grass Poison, then you can get Sludge Bomb on it too, but like, I don't know, it's just not very good. Not very good at all. Having said that, Grass on its own is still a pretty good type to have, because most of the time Grass types go in to use Grass type moves, they don't really go in to use anything else, most of the time. Obviously something like a Venusaur would be very, very useful, but I don't really... Hello, what do you want? Well, that's a good point actually. I did realise that during my training, I will be able to pick up a Water Stone at some point, so if I do need one, for whatever reason, then I will be able to pick one up. Because I can't remember his name, but the guy who's on Route 36, I think, he mentioned about having picked something up, which means he should have a Water Stone for me, which is very good. Cubone! I'll tell you something, Cubone would be very useful right now. I need some more physical attackers, that's what I need. Because it does end up being that most of the time in these kinds of playthroughs, you always end up with so many special attackers just because of how many more special moves you have access to. Unless you end up with something like a Rhydon, most of the time they basically only get normal side coverage, which is like, really? Really? Fluffy. I'll tell you something, that is something that I really could do with, and I think I will end up using. I've still got that Mareep from National Park. Yeah. If I don't get something insane from Cianwood City, I think I'm going to train that Mareep up. Because by the time it gets to where the rest of the team is right now, it will be an Ampharos, and it will be able to learn Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch. Which... very valuable right now. And also its sheer power, and only one weakness. Very, very good. Very, very good. It's exactly what I need right now. Also could do with a Gengar, to be honest, as well. Having a Gengar would be very useful. I don't know, just lots of decent Pokemon just dotted around, but I just don't have access to them. I don't have access to them. Either way, though, if we could get a Ghastly member of the Ghastly line, then that would be good. Even if I don't get a Gengar, then it will still... I can't remember what level it evolves as a trade Pokemon. Because this particular file uses it like... it does it like that. Where it will evolve at a certain level, rather than being at a certain... like, evolving it through trade. Shelder! Shelder, Shelder. I love Shelder. Oh, you're running out of strength there, Joe. I'll have to bench you for a bit. And what is your last Pokemon here? It is a Quilava. Well, I'm pretty sure we can take this thing down. Quilava doesn't really have very good defences, has to be said. Good. Nice one, Joe. I'll see if I can get you to level 31 with your seismic tosses, but not going to hold my breath. Alright. Moving on. Another Quilava. If I'm desperate, then I am able to get an encounter over at Mount Mortar, so that will be something. Hello. I'm on my way to World Islands. I'm exploring with friends. Well, have fun with that. I'll just be here, fighting more trainers. Alright, Kaylee, what have you got? You got a Natu. That's fine. The best thing this... Apologies. The best thing this thing will have will be, like, Nightshade or something. So, that's fine. You can just hear a bit of Quagmire in the background there. It's my IRC. Someone's pinging me, but I'm busy. I'm doing stuff. Okay. There goes the Natu. What else have you got? You got a Kingdra. Okay. I don't know what this thing's likely to have at this kind of level. Really, especially not anything that's going to take me down. I know that much. Bubble. Yeah. Wow. 69. 69. Alright, come on. Seismic toss. Really? It's times like this to make you go, really? Can we talk about this? Can we talk about how ridiculous this is? Kill the Kingdra finally. That should get me to level 31. Very nice. Alright, Joanne. It's up to you for the last stuff. Oh, Guillotine. I really don't think that I want to be taking that risk in a Nuzlocke, to be quite honest, I have to say. Oh, Executor, okay. I don't really want to go into that with Joanne. So instead we're going to Orion, which will be able to take the thing down in one shot. Just use Ice Punch for now. Don't think that thing will be living that. Nope. Oh, I'd love an Executor so bad. Seriously. An awesome Psychic type move, plus also Grass. So good. Unfortunately, it would end up having very, very little in terms of Grass type moves until we got to Celadon City, which is obviously a very long way away. But still. There's another Charmeleon. This time level 20. Oh, we should probably put Joanne up front, actually. Probably do that. Oops. Joanne, get to the front. Get to the front, where you belong. Alright, awesome. Might have a couple more trainers here before we get to Cianwood. Then, I feel like we could either surf, or I guess we could also use the good rod. Oops, apologies. What do I want to do? I probably will end up trying to use the good rod, I think. Ugh, do I have a repel? This is driving me mad. Well, at least there are actually different Pokemon in this route. At least that's something. It would have been annoying to just see Smoochum and Jinx the entire way through. Do I have a repel of any description? Oh, I do. One super repel. Use it. Use it now. There are going to be no Pokemon that are level 31 or higher right now, so... Didn't I just come this way? Yeah, I did. Alright, well we went upwards this way, so we'll end up going backwards. And then I think we might be at Cianwood. I believe. Hey, did I fight you already? I did. It's pitch black inside. Yeah, I know that much. Bloody flash. Alright, Joanne's up front. Hey! At night, Staryu gather near the water's surface. It's very true. Can catch Staryu on this route. And in Olivine as well. Shame I can't get one. Then again, I wouldn't be able to... Oh! Mantine versus Mantine, here we go. I think we might try and pivot to the post with the Supersonic here. Or not. There you go. It's a female as well. Do you know what? I really miss the Remoraid that was part of its sprite, because they got rid of it in Generations... I think it's only in... until Generation 3. But it's part of its official art. And, you know, you do have to have a Remoraid to be able to evolve a Mantike into a Mantine. It's always confusing why they got rid of it. Always confusing, but, you know, stuff like this happens. You're like, why? Why? I don't know. Anyway, we've got a 4-hit KO right now. Which is good enough, I guess. Shows the sheer power of Mantine, frankly. Mantine is a very, very underrated Pokemon. I think it's better in this generation than it is in later generations. Just because there aren't really many good electric type moves other than Thunderbolt and Thunder Punch. And those are basically it. And Thunderbolt is definitely not as widely used. Because not many Pokemon learn it. Through level up anyway. And a Diglett. And there are certainly not in many rock type moves. Rock type moves are very, very hard to come by. So Mantine definitely has a very easy life in Gen 2. Certainly gets the job done. Obviously in terms of competitive play, it doesn't get any recovery move, which is obviously the problemo. Well, we're in Cianwood. Here we are. Right, let's go ahead and heal up before we do anything else. So we will go ahead and oops, apologies for that. Will go ahead and use the good rod and see what we can catch. Hopefully it's something good. I really, really hope so, because you know, I think a good grass type would be very, very useful right now. Very, very useful. And obviously pretty much the first thing that we're going to be doing is fighting the gym. So because of that, I really think that we're going to need to train up a new member of the team, because we are missing some stuff in terms of like holes in coverage right now, and I think Mareep is probably going to be the best option. I really do. It'll be a Fluffy in the gym, and then I'll probably end up training it as we go in there. But first encounter for Cianwood City is a Fanpy. Fanpy. I guess that's okay. Donphan isn't that great in this game. Certainly gets better in later generations. It's not going to get any ground type moves for a long time. But hey, it's an encounter nonetheless. I don't know if I really want to be using Dizzy Punch against it. Fanpy is still relatively defensive, so I reckon it would probably be able to take it, but at the same time I don't really want to risk it either, so let's try and catch this thing either way. Oh, see, this thing's a female. Actually, well, and there we go, we caught it. Awesome. Now, despite the fact that this thing is a female, I'm going to call you Stampy, because I feel like that is a unisex name for an elephant. Let's face it. Alright, Stampy. After Bart's elephant in Simpsons. Very nice. Awesome. Right, so that's pretty much it for what we have right now. I think we're going to put Mareep on the team. I don't know when or if at all Ampharos learns what's it called? Thingy. Thunderbolt. But it'll certainly learn Thunder Punch, which is definitely going to get us by. I think that Mo here is definitely going to be our best option. I really, really do. Because just the sheer power of Mareep is really, really good. I don't think we'll use Neil right now. We'll consider using him at a future opportunity. I'm really thinking that towards the end of the game I'm going to be using her, because when I am at a level where I can actually keep her as a Smoochum, apologies for that, keep her as a Smoochum and then get Psychic, I'll be able to evolve her and then get Ice Punch as well. I won't be able to get Lovely Kiss, which is a shame, but at the same time, like, it's whatever. I'm not going to bother changing the overlay for that, because we're going to be ending the episode right here. But I want to see that item you have. TM48, what is that? Isn't that Fire Punch? Isn't that Fire Punch? It is! I could have done with that earlier. Oh well, awesome. We have another Fire Punch now. Very, very nice. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed. On the next episode, we're going to be heading into the Cianwood Gym. To begin the episode, though, we're going to be doing some more training, so apologies for that. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of longer training, just because of the fact that I was only level 12, and he really needs to be higher. I'm probably going to get him maybe to level 27, 26, 27 as a Fluffy. I don't know whether Fluffy learns Thunder Punch, but if Fluffy doesn't, then I probably will just zip him to level 30 instead. Yeah, so we'll just... I'm probably going to have Fluffy, Mareep into Fluffy as a, like... It's going to be sped up during the actual thing. The overlay will change, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll see all of you guys very, very soon. Make sure to, leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, etc. But either way, I hope you have a fantastic day. See you very soon.